guys, we are back again. It's Marriage Unscripted by me, Wairimu, Gashoya. And on today's topic, it's friendship. Friendship in marriage, and friendship with the married people. Now, who is the perfect person to do this for us other than a girl tutor? Valentino, shalom. Please let me welcome her and so she can introduce herself, please.
Thank you so much.
Look at the camera and then give us your full details.
Okay. Hi, my name is Shalom Valentino, as you've said. I am born again, filled with the Holy Spirit. I'm a mother of 3 children, 2 boys and 1 girl. Blessed.
Blessed.
Yeah.
Now, I like the fact that you've started with the fact that you are married.
Yeah.
So, take us through Shalom without Valentino.
Shalom without Valentino is an introvert. A little bit extroverted when I'm with the right crowd. With the right crowd, I mean with people I'm used to.
Comfortable.
Yeah, people I see on my day-to-day. I love journaling. I can say I love journaling. And I don't know, how do I put this? I love staying alone. It's
the perfect elaboration of being an introvert.
Yes, so I love cooking, baking mostly. Yeah.
Can I take you on the baking?
Yes, you can.
So, next chapter on that. Now, but before we even dive deeper, growing up, what kind of life did you envision, especially towards marriage?
I'm a romantic at heart, so
they're really contradictory.
Yeah, and
you're an introvert, you're romantic at heart.
But I'm very romantic. And
kutoka kitambo ma?
Yes.
Okay.
I loved watching soap operas growing up.
Oh, and so Alejandro was your boyfriend?
Yes, and Soledad was this person. So
unajua alikuwa anapigwa na nini upepo nywele inaenda. So you couldn't even unasikia yes. Jesus.
So I envisioned a partner who would fit in my ball, in my cocoon. Perfectly.
Did your expectations versus reality match?
Actually, they did.
Oh.
And they even surpassed. I'm shocked.
So uende tu kwa mlima ukaombe tena because and just say thank you.
Yeah, so really. I thank God every day for that. Yeah, because I got what I prayed for. And it even surpassed what I thought I would get.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a perfect elaboration of doing exceedingly abundantly.
Abundantly, yeah.
Nice one. Now, you've been married. But before marriage, you've told us that you love staying alone.
Yeah.
And the topic today is to deal with friendships. How are you into making friends?
I take my time. I can say I'm really slow. I don't warm up easily. I have to know you over time before I can consider you a friend. And even with that, I have boundaries that there's like a checklist. You have to tick some few boxes before, because it comes from a place of heart, a previous heart. So it takes time for me to warm up to a friendship.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm here thinking, then there was something, then initially you were a warmer.
Yeah.
Fast enough.
Yes.
And
I
then
used
this
to warm
thing
up
happened.
fast enough. And then I was betrayed in friendship. So that changed the whole thing. I can say at some time I became afraid of having friends, in as much as I knew I could not survive like alone, and my husband could not be my only friend. I had to trade cautiously so that I don't hurt that part in me. That
So you were protecting yourself.
I was protecting myself.
That's a safe way of saying it. Now, marriage has come, and there are people that you've come with as friends. Do you think in one way or another, friendship can still be maintained even after you say I do?
Okay.
Wale my girls.
At first, I lost the girls.
You lost your
Yes,
girls.
I lost my girls because in my clique, my friendship clique, I was the first to say I do. So it came with, when you first get married and a lot of things are changing so fast, and you have to now try and settle in and trying to find out how am I supposed to carry on this next phase. So I fell out with the girls, and it was a lonely moment for me because when I got married, we moved. We changed locations. So we went to Lodo. So Lodo is a new place.
Tom.
And I don't have friends. The only person I know is my husband and my son, so I don't know anybody else.
So walikuwa nakaa kibeti
Yes,
yako.
so everywhere you see me, and if we are not with them, then I'm alone. I'm closed somewhere in the house. And it was a very hard transition because I felt like my girls could not understand me.
What really made you feel that they couldn't understand you?
Because most of the time, I'm either taking care of something, I'm either washing, I'm either cleaning, I'm either making sure.
Wifely duties.
Yes. And when I'm free, they are not free. When they are free, I'm not free.
So your time zone ikawa kitu ingine.
Yes, it's clashing. We cannot go out anymore as we used to. We cannot have that coffee, we cannot go to the market together. It's different. So I felt lonely. Maybe they felt lonely too. So that created a gap. Yeah.
So in creation of the gap, did it by any way affect the way you related with your husband?
No. I think my relationship with my husband grew stronger because now we were so close together.
You were the friends
I
you
used,
didn't have.
Yes. I now used to cry when he had to go to work because now who will I talk to?
Oh God.
And I cannot follow him there. So that relationship was good, and this other relationship was somewhere there.
Now, without looking really at your own perspective, how do you feel that the significance of friendship in marriage, especially after saying I do?
I think maybe I'm not the only person who has experienced this, but I think friendship is just so important in the other phase. It's very important when you feel like you have someone you can talk to. When you have someone that can still understand your point of view. I think at that time for me, I felt out. I felt like, who do I talk to?
Niwaambie
nini. And then I was afraid maybe I would come off as, I'm bragging too much about this marriage thing. Because
I laugh if you brag.
Yes, and then every other sentence is coming with my husband this, my husband that, and
the joke that goes around, my wife.
Yes, and then now considering that I'm the first one in that clique, I'll come off like, am I discouraging them? But I felt like it was really important for at least even one person to
now
tabs with.
How did it go by? Now, noticing that there is a gap, because I can feel there's a gap.
Yes.
Did you go ahead to put yourself out there to become a friend to anyone?
Yes, I was out there, but okay, I tried to reach out, But
to the same particular girls.
To the same particular ones. I was still
It's
still very
it's
attached.
better the devil you know them.
Yeah. And then this place, I've not made friends yet.
Yeah.
So I'm still
And you're not
holding
quick
on.
to warm up.
I'm not. No, I was still quick to warm up.
At the particular
Yes,
those particular
at that
days.
time I was still very quick to warm up, but I was still stuck on the clique I know. You guys need to understand, and we need to talk. And during that time, I lost one of my friends. So
Lost death, lost.
yeah, lost death.
Uh-huh.
She died of breast cancer.
Uh-huh.
So she was the one that was very, very close.
Poorly.
Yeah. So it kind of broke me. And I was also not available when she was going through the period of sickness. And I felt at some point maybe she couldn't understand why I was not there. But that friendship broke me in more ways than one. It took me a lot of time to come to terms with her name was Doreen, to come to terms with Doreen's death. Because in my single days, she was my neighbor. She was this friend. We would hang out, and we would do almost everything together. And then she died. Yeah.
Now, taking account the importance of the friendship, can it strengthen a marriage? And if so, how can friendship strengthen marriages? How do you think your girls would have strengthened your marriage?
I think, this is my thinking, if any of them had gone ahead in this journey before me, I think it would have been important for me, because now I'd have someone who would understand what exactly I was going through. It was not a bad experience, but it was a lonely experience. And I think it's very important to have friends in the after I do journey. Friends that you will walk with, that understand that even if I come to Wairimu, I'm going, shalom, relax, it's, I wish I had that. And it's important, because now you will have someone to walk that journey with you, someone to encourage you when you feel like, no, this is not normal, like, no, I cannot take this, and, yeah, it's important.
Wow. I'm taking a moment for I do think, and the friendship. What are some of the negative things that you can point out in a friendship that may or may affect your marriage? Some of the red flags unaziona kwa mabishte zako and you're like, hii haitanipelekea pazuri.
Some of the red flags are like over-indulging in the friendships that you forget your role
as a wife.
Yes. One time I once did that, so I know. I was, now when I started warming up, I invested a lot at times in my friendships that I forgot my role. And for me, that is a major red flag, when you forget that you're supposed to be a wife first and a friend later. And when these two roles collide, it becomes detrimental to the friendship. Another red flag is my friends getting too familiar, over familiar with my spouse.
What do you mean over familiar? Please take us home. Hii kizungu ni ngumu na ilikuja na meli. Tupeleke tuelewe.
My thinking, yeah, I have those friends who we can be talking. We're in my house, we're talking, and then my husband steps in and they'll be like, this is very cute to leave. And there's this friend who will be like, it's fine, let us continue. And he'll ask something and she'll be more than willing to answer that for me. It gets so uncomfortable.
So let's play the wife and the husband, and then this particular friend is here.
Yeah.
And the friend and the husband is here.
Okay.
So
I'm asking. So he's asking, yeah. What did you add to this?
To this food.
It's so tasty.
some cinnamon.
Yes. And the friend will be like,
and cumin.
And they say like, no, she did not do that. That is me. I'm like, okay. And here he is thinking I'm the one who made it. So for me that is, hey, you're overstepping.
Sasha, Lomo, nataka nisiseme ni mimi na ni mimi nilifanya.
It's in my house.
So nataka nikupe nini?
Just give me the credit. It's not you, yes, but now just know when to keep quiet, you know.
No, I'm being a truthful friend. Yo, I did this thing. Yours didn't do it.
Yes, but now you just even added the cinnamon or the cumin. You did not cook. You just brought the idea of the cinnamon or the cumin. You know?
The one who gave me
and
the
normally
idea.
he likes it without the cinnamon or the cumin. So what is
but
your
today
problem?
he's asking.
There's just something about this food that is different. You know?
And the
like,
cinnamon is
Shalom
different.
did not do it. You know, I did it.
You shut up. I did it.
Then you're there feeling like awkward. You know? Yeah.
Can we talk of over complimenting your husband?
Yes. Ish.
Hey man, unakaa fiti.
I like the way the jeans is collaborate, you know, with the shirt and everything. I like it. I like it, you know. So why are you asking if Alibai what? Why do you want to wear it? I find it so off. It ticks me off.
Sips the water. Utaki aniulize kwenye alipata.
You know.
Si una could buy for my husband too.
Now, unless maybe this is a single friend kind of thing, but if my friend is married, I don't mind it. You know, you just want ideas of to where to plug your husband.
I want my husband to twin with your husband.
I have this friend, by the way. We are friends. That our husbands even twin at times. So when we find out they are twinning, we send them. You go back and change, or you change. One of you has to decide who is changing. Because we have not even discussed, and they are here wearing the same white shirt. You know, yeah. Looking like.
What other red flag do you have that people could point out and say, hii inaniangamiza badala ya kunisaidia?
I feel as Shalom, if we are friends, Wairimu, and you need something, maybe that it's something like so personal, and if I need something from your husband, I just feel like I should go through you.
Okay.
That is how I feel. I feel like I should go through you and, you know, air it with you so that you can know how you can raise it with your better half. I feel it's so much of a red flag, especially when ladies overstep with someone else's husband. Like, it does not come out right. I have been having a conversation with you. We've spent a whole day together. You've not told me about anything, but later on, I hear something from the other quarter that suggests that Wairimu came to me today in the afternoon and asked, I'm like, okay, that is nice. And what did you answer? So
nikamwambia nataka anisaidie.
And I in my mind I'm feeling like this is something I should have helped her with, because maybe it's in my power to do that kind of thing. We're
talking about the negative things, negative impacts that could come through friendships, right? How then can you put boundaries? I'm your friend, remember? I've come and your husband has asked what is extra in this particular meal, and he can shout. What boundaries can we put in place to ensure that to ensure that if friendship haya affect marriage yangu negatively?
Okay. What I've had to grow and learn how to put boundaries after marriage, and they came off like you can come through between this time and this time. If I'm at home, you can come between this time and this time, because from this time my spouse will be home, and when he's home and maybe the children are there, maybe we want to have some family time, and then maybe just taking my friendships away from my marriage. Yeah. Just it's me and you. Yes. If we need our husbands to come in this, we will discuss it, you know. But I separate mostly my friendships from my marriage. Not that you will not say hi to my husband, you will not relate with him. You can relate with him because we cannot be everywhere, and I also relate with other people. But I separate my friendships from my marriage, except for those friendships that are very mutual, maybe with our best couple and those couples that are also our friends. But any other kind of friendships, even if you're married, I try as much as possible to bring a boundary layer. This is my friendship with you. It does not in whatsoever way
involve my
husband or my marriage. Yes.
Nice one. Boy. Sasa, girls' nights. Sasa girls' nights ni mbaya?
I don't.
You don't do girl...
No, I do.
Okay.
I do. When Liza can ni mbaya, no.
Oh, nimesikia. No, I don't do.
No, I do. I do, and maybe I do at times. I do solos mostly.
Yeah, that's what it's called, a girls' night.
Yeah.
Don't go with your partner.
Yes, and I don't go with my partner. At times I don't go with my friends. At times I just go alone.
It's a girl night.
Yeah. At times
alone.
I need to breathe.
Hey, Shalom. You're a different species.
In matters of parenting and all that, at times I feel I
need to breathe it with people
out of the house
that understand me. So tushikane wa mama kama tatu hivi.
Those ones we do. I used to do those a lot, but I stopped at some point.
Okay.
Yes, because my marriage was threatened, so I had to stop. I started doing them, but not as cliques. Maybe just a single friend and another single friend. And after I was hurt through friendship, I made sure I do not have mutual friends.
Okay.
Like if we are tight, it's me and you that are tight. There's no other third party that the three of us are tight.
Okay.
Yeah. I make sure I have your friendship with you. My friendship with Wairimu is different, and my friendship with her, even if we will ever meet, what I talk with you is different from what I talk. We will just be general at that point. Yes. But not interconnected in any way that whatever I've shared with you, I've shared with her, I've shared with her, I've shared with her. I've categorized my friendships. This one, Wairimu, up to here, she's good. And her, she's good up to this place, and her, she's good. So we are different. And I will not discuss you with her and her with you. It's different like that for me.
For you?
Yes.
Okay. I like the fact that you've said for you, because nilikuwa karibu kwenda kidogo nishangae.
No, it's different like that for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That is understandably okay. But now, how do you keep secrets? Now that you've said you will not discuss, how do you... Moment of silence. How do we keep secrets? How do we keep secrets between now your marriage and your friends? Do you believe there should be secrets?
Between what I share with my husband, what we have shared with my friends? Yes, I believe that is there. I was also just sharing that with a friend of mine yesterday. What happens between me and my husband is this. Someone can confide in him, you know, and I know someone has confided in him, and someone has come and has confided in me. Now, what happens in this scenario, we do not share. Me and my husband, we do not share. What happens is, if this thing is bugging me and this friend of mine needs an answer, we have these moments where we discuss these things. So I will go to him and tell him, now, today I have this issue. My friend A did this and this and this, and the friend B did this and this and this. Now, how can you handle this? And then he'll advise me, mentioning A and B with no names, and he will never find out what happened. And the same to him. And it has stayed like that for the years we've been married. We do not, in our marriage gossip and all that, we don't discuss people's issues.
No.
And if we discuss, there are no names mentioned. So you will not know who I'm talking to, because I can come to you even after 3 weeks. I can come to you even after 2, because I know you've already forgotten.
Now, why would you feel the need to discuss without names then?
we feel the need to protect that person. Because when that person
From your
was coming,
spouse.
when that person was coming to me, they did not tell me they wanted my spouse to know. And when that person went to him, they did not want me to know. If they wanted me to know, they come to us collectively. So for the fact that he chose him or she chose me, it means this person was not ready for this other party to know. Yes. And there's also those instances where someone will just ask for confidential. I just want this to stay between me and you. But at times when I'm at a crossroad and I don't know how to advise you and I'm feeling like, give me time, I can ask him and come to you with an answer without him necessarily knowing that I was asking for Wairimu. Yeah.
Moshene sasa umesema ikuwe confided. My God, how
It
can
is
Moshene
confided.
be Moshene if you again go and put a tag on it?
No, we use pencils and phones. Pencil A came to pencil B and pencil B to pencil A. And
Zayo Moshene ita slap kweli.
Kwa ina slap sana. Because we will laugh and we're like, how is friend B going to take it? I'm like, no, friend B is going to just have to live with the decision pencil A has made.
Unajua kuna kwa kale ka Moshene ka man so and so na so and so wamefanya such and such.
No.
Yenyu imeenda high school.
No.
Yangu bado iko pahali.
The reason why we do that, I do not want to look at that person in a different light. And I do not want him to look at a different person in a different light.
Okay.
Just maintain how you've seen that person. I think up until this person now goes and tells him the same thing, and they say, you know, I had even shared with your wife, then we can discuss it with names. But until then, we are not discussing
Until
with names.
then, it is boundaries and
Yeah,
boundaries.
we are not
even
discussing with names.
Okay. Person A has decided that person B is going to become their friend. A male and a female friendship in marriage. What's your perspective about it?
I'm totally okay with those.
Okay.
Yes. I have no problem. We have our own boundaries. It will not cross this. It will not cross
So you
this.
have a BFF that is a Jama somewhere?
No, I don't think I do. I cannot term them BFF per se, but I have male friends.
Miss Ulizi is casual. Shalom, come back.
No,
come back. Tusiende kukula lunch binguni tunaanguka huku hivi Sunday. I'm talking about a buddy.
I
like
do.
team.
Yes, I do.
Call you, we have coffee, we share. Unajua man juzi 1 2 3 happened. I'm talking about such.
I have
So siongelei casual friends, you know, those ones acquaintances that habari yako mzuri. Oh, this is my friend hivyo na hata mjai Juliana hali.
No, I have those. And I think he has those too. And I make it a point to make sure my husband knows my female friends. Yes. Because we will share, we will talk, and at times they will call me when we are together. So I don't want it to sound awkward, like why are they calling you? Kwani munaongeanga? No.
Friendship ya jamaa mwenye si jamaa yako na dem mwenye si wewe yako inaanzagaje? As in
do they have a start?
You know, I will look at it from this. I can come to you, hey, hi, and we start and pick up from there. Kidogo kidogo we grow from acquaintances to friends and almost now BFF. But now hii ya jamaa imeanzia wapi? Hapo bado. Let's ponder on that in a minute and we shall be back.
Okay.
Salvation is the most valuable gift given to us by God, and we ought to commit to growing in God's Word. Understanding Salvation by Reverend Elijah Mwangi is a resourceful book that will equip and establish your growth in salvation. This book is written to assist you in your journey with Christ, and through Scripture gain the assurance of your salvation and grow deeper into a relationship with God. To get this book, contact 0722-487-121 at 300 shillings. That is 0722-487-121 at 300 Kenyan shillings. Equip and establish your growth in salvation. We may be knocked down, but we are never knocked out. J.B. Phillips. Sometimes in life there are catastrophes that overwhelm us. Hard Pressed but Not Crushed by Reverend Elijah Mwangi is a book that will encourage you not to break under the weight and pressures of this world. To get this book, contact 0722-487-121 at 500 Kenyan shillings. That is 0722-487-121 at 500 Kenyan shillings. Literacy is a bridge from misery to hope. God bless you.
And welcome back, my viewers. Now we were talking about how do you navigate to get a friend. No, scratch that. A male friend, a buddy, a BFF. No kona bwana.
I think it's for
That's
me,
a biashara.
kama ni biashara, yes, but now just
Biashara,
having,
that's an acquaintance.
it's an acquaintance. I think that is what I was referring to with female friendships. Aside from biashara, I don't think I have friends of the opposite sex, no. And neither does my husband. All our friends, we are intertwined somewhere in business.
In something.
Yes.
There's something holding us
yes,
together.
because of business or something we are doing together or something we are helping. It's just business. Yes. But the other side, no. No.
Nilikuwa nataka unifunze hii kitu ndio nijue venye
because now how can I maintain that friendship? It will be too difficult. It will be like I've brought something to someone to compete with my husband. Yeah,
it looks more
we
like
are fighting for my attention, and it does not, for me, I don't think it looks good.
How are the kids doing?
Yes.
How is this happening?
Nilikuwa tuna kujulia hali kabla ulale. I was just saying good night, that kind of thing. I don't find it cozy.
Moto.
I don't find
Unaona
it
kama
cozy.
itasha moto kwako.
Yes.
Now, how do you navigate? Today I'm just on the house. How do you navigate your husband not liking your friends? How do you handle it? How can you handle it? How should you handle it?
My husband liking my friends. Not liking my friends.
Yes, like Shalom. That friend of yours.
This one. I think my husband, when it comes to friendships and relationships in large, with even just other people, he takes his time. I think he's also like me. He takes his time. So most of the time ninaonanga ni kama Holy Spirit anamuongeleshanga sana kuniliko, because he sees those red flags from my friends before I see them. He can tell me, achatu, for now, let us don't go past this with this one. And I'll be feeling like, huyu ni rafiki yangu. Mimi nimemjua kabla hata wewe umuone. So kwa nini unikataze? And then after some time something just happens. And inakuwa, I told you. Okay, he will not come out, I told you, but take heart. Your heart will heal. Next time, don't go past that. But in real sense, it's just telling me, I had told you this thing would go south. You
didn't listen.
Yes, and you did not listen. For me, I've been warned about friendships that I think I should have listened, and I did not listen.
Why didn't you listen?
Went contrary. Nile, that thing in you that tells you, I know more than whatever you're telling me, so I think I can try. Kani boundaries nitaeka tu boundary, and then somewhere along the line labda kumbe ulipita boundary na hukujua, and things went south. So nice. I'm at a place, I even tell him, I'm at a place. I listen to you when you tell me no. When you warn me, I listen, because mine is not once beaten, twice shy. Thrice, 4 times beaten. 4 times, 5 times shy. So I do not want to try that.
You are the ones that say heri usome na wewe yako.
Nipate my own lesson. And then the lessons became too bad. I wish I never learned them.
Well, yeah. That person, I don't learn from myself.
Okay.
I don't wait to learn from myself. I look at the environment and I see, ule alipita pale akaingia kwa shimo. Mimi sipiti. Siwezi.
Yeah, so nimefika hapo saa hii. Akiniambia tu, I start, shoo.
I'm that skeptical
slowly,
about it.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm also, I normally have a wall. I wouldn't say I'm building it, but I have a wall. Several people have already come to the other side, but I think most are still on the other side. That's why I walk under, but I'm so cautious. I walk looking and being very intentional. Like, nini na happen hapa, because I wouldn't want, I think that's the same thing I entered with marriage, where I would really be cautious. Nini mtu anafanya penye? Ama nini amesema hataki. All these things that you hear your husband has told you, sipendi hii. Tomorrow he tells you, sipendi hii. Tomorrow he tells you, catch me dead. He tells me sipendi hii the first time.
No, that was me in the first years of my marriage. So I learned well. I can tell you, I learned
the hard way.
And I will never forget. And I will never walk that road again.
And you will be, but
I'm
at
very
least
cautious
now you
right now. If he has signals that are not my signals, I follow his signals, because most of the time his signals are correct.
He's the lead anyway.
Yes. So his signals, and I'm okay. Nimpoa, but there's something I've picked. Just look into it. I'll be looking through. Looking, yes, I'll be looking ile hapana niliambiwa niangalie, so I'm not about to try.
Friendship is a very dear and also intimate kind of topic, because I want to imagine friends also know some, if not all, some of the things that you guys go through in marriage, or what you are facing. You know, there are things I may be facing at a particular time, and I'm not sure how I should handle it with my husband. Then I go to my girl and tell her, ABCD na happen. I really don't know how to handle it. 1, 2, 3 is happening with my life. So they tend to know. Your girls tend to know
1 or 2 or 3 things
more than your husband, or like your husband. So how then do you ensure that your collection is like solid? Because kama sasa unasema umeumwa, not once, not twice. How do you ensure that this collection is solid? This person, or how do you keep them accountable?
First of all, I believe that telling someone something and telling them now siambie mtu is very wrong, because they will tell. So most of the time they will tell. If I trust you, Wairimu, I'll just come out with it.
Okay.
You know, and the fact
so
that
you won't need to give me a warning.
No, I will not give you a warning, because now I've gotten to a place where I have those solid friendships. Those solid friendships that I know, without even having to hold them accountable, they will not talk about it. And they also know and expect the same from me. You know, so I have grown to a place that I can say, I can come to you if you're in my inner circle and tell you something, and I'm very just sure you will not talk about it. We will pray about it. We will consult about it, maybe through phone and all that. I'm very sure you will
do it.
You will do it, and you will not talk about it. Those are the kind of friendships we have built over time.
But now how do you get to that particular point?
How do you get to that particular point? I don't let it all out.
Stages.
I give you
stages of delivery.
Yes, I give you stages. Like today, I'll just tell you something random to just feel like, or to just know. Nikisikia that's something random, then I know you're not.
But you said we're not having any mutual friends, so how will you hear it?
You will hear it because maybe you're talking to someone who has a lot of friends on their side. I might not have those friends, but you have those friends. And maybe your friends don't keep quiet about things they hear about you. Someone says, hey, Wairimu, lakini sasa akikuchapa hivyo sasa utatembea aje kesho, you know, like you know, so meaning you heard it from someone. And if I don't have a big clique and I know I just told
1, 2, 3
one person about it, then it is this one person who let me down. There are
so
people who buy
cues.
friendships with people's secrets.
Okay.
You get me? I am friends with X, and X and Y. Why didn't today be Y? Y. I'm friends with X and I'm friends with Y. And I told friend X, and friend X is not close to you, friend Y. So because friend X wants to buy your friendship, maybe this friend X will buy friendship with my secret, so that so akinyamaza hivyo kumbe kuna kitu anakuanga akipitia. You get what I'm trying to say.
Betrayal.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is how friends buy friendships with other people, with other people's secrets. So I make sure whatever I'm sharing with you, I've not shared with you. And that's why I'm telling you, my friends are not mutual. If you become mutual, I'm out.
Unawatenga hivyo. Kwa nini?
I'm out. Because now, there are things I've shared with you. There are things I've shared with another person. I shared with you because I only wanted them to be for your ears. If I wanted her to know, I would have called both of you and shared what I wanted to share.
It wasn't yours to tell.
It wasn't yours to tell. You know, it wasn't yours to tell, Wairimu, you know, Shalom told me.
Shalom, should friendship be so, like applying for a job, so strict?
For me they are. Honestly, Wairimu.
kuna vile unaleta CV yako?
No, it's not hata kuleta CV.
Tentatively.
Yes, we are just talking, and you know, maybe you are an extrovert, maybe I'm an introvert.
Yeah.
I cannot change that about you.
Certainly.
You know, but you being an extrovert does not mean you cannot keep secrets. Or you being an extrovert does not mean I cannot confide in you about some other things. You might be extroverted to everyone, but you know, when it gets to Wairimu, I cannot share this about her because she did not tell me to share. That is what I'm saying.
It's not mine to tell.
Yes.
When
So,
she's comfortable, she'll tell about it.
For me, it looks like a job interview because I don't share a lot with you when I start knowing you because I'm still weighing. Where do we lie? You know, there are friends, there are friendships that are for the outer circle, and there are friendships that are just for the inner circle. You know, that is why you find, I'm sorry to use this example, by bad luck someone has passed, and people are talking about things, and whatever they are talking is contrary to what you know about this person. You know, and it's not your job to try and change whatever they are thinking because you knew this person in a different light, and to you they were good, and to them they were this other thing. Because truth be told, you cannot be good to all your friends.
Yeah, sure. Missy ice cream.
Sindio. Yeah. So that this will have a wrong perspective about you, and this one person that will have your back layer. No, that is not my friend. And you don't even have to justify.
So it's okay if you really take it so.
For me, I take
strict.
my friendship so strictly. I take my friendship so strictly that, yes, I will laugh with everyone. We will talk, we'll make small talk. But for me to categorize you as
a friend,
my friend, they are acquaintances, as we have talked about, you know, and they are colleagues, and they are, we have different categories. Before I term you my friend, we have walked a journey. Yes, we have really walked a journey. I just have categories of how I categorize people.
Nice. It's a strict thing for you. It's not a strict thing for the other person.
Yes.
Do you please? Do you please?
Yeah.
But now, talk to that person who doesn't know even how to make friendships.
Me talk to them.
At least you're saying you have streaks, so there are things that, like, what are some of the things to look out for? How do you start making friends?
For me, I believe friendships, the God-ordained friendships will come your way.
Okay.
those that are meant for you to have, you will have. For me, I don't have a formula for making friendships, because even being alone is just okay. I don't know if
it's allowed.
Yes, it's okay with me. I don't think I have
but
a
you
specific...
have friends.
I have friends.
So that's the thing.
I have friends that I met very weirdly. Some we met, we were not even intending to become friends, and then we just became friends, you know. So I can't say there's a specific manual as to
why
as
or
to how to make friends. Because my own personal friendships, they came in just in the... Some I met when I was soloing, some I met in school meetings, some we met traveling.
Do you think values are some of the things that we look out for, especially when picking out our friends?
Yes. Values are very important, because if you don't have the value of kindness, and maybe I'm kind, how are we?
Maybe
you'll be won over by my kindness.
Fruits of the Holy
Spirit.
Labda mimi kona joy.
But now, one of my values is that we have to be of the same faith.
Okay.
You know, we have to be born again. Na kama hujaokoka, utaokoka. Just by staying with me. No, you'll be won over.
Okay.
I will show you that there's a good side. This side, there's a good side. You know, there's a good thing. We have friends, me and my husband, that wameokoka as we continue being friends. So we do not say ati sasa wewe hujaokoka wewe huwezi kuwa rafiki yetu. There's something that you have that I am benefiting from, and you're benefiting from me. So ukiendelea kana uno shalom, at this time she's doing this, at this time she's... Are you always in church? Yes. You know, come, let's go do this. You don't have to carry a Bible or anything. Let's just go and do. As you interact with these people, they will be won over by your actions. If your friends are not won over by your actions,
there's a problem.
There's a problem, because I
say it loudly.
How long have you been friends? 10 years, and you're still born. You're not born again. How are you not making it?
Labda huyu naye yake imeshika ndani kabisa. Sasa kuiuproot ni ngumu. So you take 10 years plus.
Because I believe when you're friends, you'll also just pray for your friend, right?
Okay.
Sindio? Okay. You'll even pray for them, even when they are in their unbelieving side. They are not born again. You pray for them that the Holy Spirit will also minister to them through something, you know. Si lazima kuwa convicted na wewe kumwambia tuende church. Sometimes they don't want to go to church. But through winning over, we have friends who got won over by us sending them the online things, you know. Najua utaki kwenda church, but just listen to this in your free time. This just touched my heart. Listen to it, you know. Being born again is a value. It's
an under nice one.
And what can I say? Another value of...
I think for me, one of the values, apart from the being born again, number one, honesty. Man misidhani nataka beshte mwenye ako pahali leo ananipatia hii, kesho ananipatia hii.
You've made me breathe hard.
Kesho kutwa ananipatia
red flag.
And you know, for me, the problem is I listen. I'm very, very keen on listening
to the things that they thought were not listened to.
Yes. So you think you're talking,
and you're picking.
My mind has already picked. So tomorrow we revisit, and I hear you say something different
from what you said.
And the minute you start making me question, like, so listen, 1, 2, 3. Ama, see this and this was the... Okay. Ama, you said you're going this place. You went this place.
I mean, you said you don't interact with such and such views, and then I find you interacting and you're avid follower. I'm like, no, we are heading the wrong direction.
Kesho unasema sifanyagi. Honesty for me, honesty, I pick it. And you know, honesty, people think it's that I tell you things and then just attend to work on it. It's just like a small interaction.
Yes.
Like a small hi. I want this, I want that. Also, intentionality. If you're not intentional with things for me, I will talk to. I can't afford to pour on you.
And your tongue is almost always empty and mine is always full, and it's not reciprocated.
I know. Nimi napataga time yako kila time.
I go out for you, but you can never go out for me. You're always busy doing one thing or another.
That one will make me think otherwise before I turn you as a friend. Actually, sijata utaka hapi kwa hii friendship is utaka jufensa itakuwa accommodate utatoka tu. So we've really talked about the negative cues that we can look out to that can ruin your marriage. What are some of the positive? Because anyway, tusiambiani uongo, kuna watu wazuri kwa nje. There's those people that are good. You know, I met a friend. It's a very weird phase in my life. You know, that place where you're like, am I a loner? Is it that I'm a bad person? That's why I can't keep friends? And I remember telling God, you God, just, if you ever think this is an important thing in my life, you bring me friends. And I tell you, the way we met with that girl, I keep telling her today, you're a God-ordained friend. Me siwezi explain vile. Because you see, even the conversations you are having, they're deliberate. They are like, we're not just beginning motioning with you. We are talking intentionally. Like, I need to know, where are you spiritually? It's one day she asked me, where are you spiritually? I was like, who asked that? And she goes, no, I want to understand, where are you spiritually? And we are here and there. And like, explain exactly, where are you spiritually? Then she goes ahead, where are you physically? Where are you emotionally? You know, those questions like trigger something in you, and now you intentionally start looking in yourself and you ask yourself, like, for you to be asked where are you emotionally, that person wants you to go to the deepest emotions that you have in you.
Search them and bring them out.
Search them out, call them out the way they are. Na hataki ya wanu ile unaona ile generalize ile how are you, I'm blessed. But then you don't tell her I'm blessed. She's always like, explain to me the blessed
thing. What makes you think you're blessed? Okay.
So that's what I'm saying. There are people who bring out the positivity in you. So what are these positive cues that you can look out in friendships?
You look out for people who believe in you. Because now you have to believe in
haizi kwa ni hao kunje wanakufanya zile za
you cannot be the one. You have to believe in me. If you say I'm a good person, believe I'm a good person. So I look for that. I look for you believing in me and me believing. I cannot be, like we've said, I cannot be the one believing you're a good person and you're always thinking watu wakisema shalom nimba, you're like,
na wewe hapo ukichangia.
By the way, hata kuna siku, you know,
I was having a conversation mentally nikikuja and there are two people. There are two people in life. The one that will come in here, someone say, Shalom is such a stubborn person. And then someone will say, no, she's not. And then the other person will be like, are you sure she is? You know, it looks like it's a good thing to say.
Yes.
Very good thing to say.
About
but you know, you're not defending me.
Yes, no,
you're not defending
you're telling this other person you're not accurate. It's not stubborn. I think it's stubborn plus. Or it's not really stubborn.
We can give it another term.
Yes. You're willing to dish out information about me. Yeah? You're just very willing to give them the tea they want to fill their cup, you know.
Would I call it really stubborn?
I wouldn't say stubborn per se.
I wouldn't say stubborn per se. Instead, I can say. And then you bring a keyword there that looks so good.
Yes.
But you know, that particular statement that you used there.
It's not making A plus A. So believing in me is one thing. And you have to have my back. I think it's part of it in believing in me. You have to just have my back. You cannot sit in the seat of the scornful. You cannot sit where people are
Discussing,
You're just comfortable. And the positive things about you have a friend for life. When you have a friend in marriage, you just feel like you have a friend for life. You know, and your children have all my friends. My children call my friends auntie because, and you know it's and they understand. I do not take them through it. There are those my friends. My children will call them auntie, and there are those who say hi Mrs. Hi mom.
So.
Yes, they categorize. So when my children call you auntie, you know
they've brought you home.
Umeingia ndani, you're inside. You know, so you have to be this person that even my children feel comfortable around you.
And even I think I'm comfortable giving you my children.
Yes.
Because I can also, like, especially as mothers, I would want someone that I can trust with my children.
To
discipline them. Because taki tena ni baby mtoto hapo hivyo mayai style. When you unamwonyesha vile ni mayai.
Yes, ama mama yako akuspoilingi enough, I can spoil you the part your mother does not know. We have values and you believe. My values are your values or your values. I know your values. They don't have to be the same with mine.
But I know,
yes.
But we have the major ones.
Yes, the major ones. I cannot do the past this because najua hapendi. Nitafanya kenye mzazi ataona, why did you do this for them? I don't believe in this. So if I know your values and you know my values, I'll not cross borders even with your children. Yeah.
Nice one. So, talk to someone out there. Time is really not on our side, but talk to someone out there who's dying to have a friend, but they don't know where to start. I will tell them they become the friends they want to have, but let's have it from you.
It's just, I would say you listen to your heart. Follow what your spirit is telling you. And do not have levels like me. Don't categorize them like me.
Usiende in a marking scheme.
Yeah, usiende me. I have categories because I have had a journey. I'm coming from a place. That is why I do that for me. But love yourself enough to be that friend.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because you cannot give what you do not have. I cannot be that friend to you that I am not to myself. It comes from believing in myself and being true to myself, so that I will not fake it in the friendship. I will not fake it in the relationship we are having. I will give you 100% me, and you'll give me 100% you.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Give what you have.
Okay.
Be enough for yourself before you're enough for someone else.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's it, our viewers. I hope that you too are going to be enough for yourself so that you can pour into the cup of your friends. And until next time, it has been your host, Wairimu Gashoya. Ciao.